Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Udub Ultra here with another video. This time for Ghostwire, but on my LG OLED, so this will be all at 4K. Now, before jumping in, just to remind everyone and for my new viewers, I do make two versions of every video, a screen recorded version and an off-the-screen camera recording, so you can see the screen physically. Depending on the version that you're watching, you can find the alternate version linked in the description. Also, here real quick, just so you can see the current settings I have set. So I'm playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160. Everything here is set to max. The only thing I've changed is that I've turned motion blur off. And then the other thing worth noting is for DLSS, I have that set to balanced. Now, in my first video that I did before this, which was on my G9, so that was on a 32:9 screen, I was playing at quality. The resolutions for that screen, 5120 by 1440 and 4K, are very similar in terms of overall performance. I've switched to balance because overall, when playing on quality, depending on where you are in the city, at least on a 3090, you'll have dips in the 50s semi-frequently. So I figured just to keep a more balanced FPS, maintaining 60 more consistently, switching it to a DLSS balance seems to help. Overall, the DLS implementation here, when switching between settings, really seems to drastically change performance in a good way. There's been a few titles where, for example, switching between certain DLS settings only gives you maybe a 4 or 5 FPS bump. In this case, the switch from quality to balance actually got me an average of 10 to 12 FPS. So definitely preferred. No, I'll probably stick with this setting for future videos. Overall, still enjoying the game. I am early on, as you can probably can tell if you've been playing this game. Now I've started collecting my first few powers. I have the fire element, and towards the end of this video, you'll see me obtain the water element. The additional elements have definitely kind of helped combat feel much less stiff, I guess, or bland. That was kind of my initial impressions when playing the game, but that was also kind of just running through basically what was the tutorial phase. As you expand your powers, it definitely does start to add a little bit to the combat. Now, I will say, combat still does, for me, feel odd. And I say that because I've kind of figured out why that is. So the game, when you're playing this, has a default. Your default movement speed is a walking speed. There's a sprint function for when you're navigating, but the default speed is walk. I say that because what happens when you enter combat, the speed doesn't change. So when you enter a combat scenario, you are still at all times, whether you're moving, you're trying to move around and flank or anything like that. You're always going at a walking speed. So it's in a weird way, it's kind of reminiscent of if you think back to classic Resident Evil, like I'm talking like original Resident Evil when you had the camera perspectives that were fixed in the home and your only speed was to walk. So it's kind of like that. That's what kind of makes the combat feel, I guess, just a little clunky. I kind of wish that there was an increase, or at least some ability to increase your overall speed, particularly once you've entered a combat scenario. Having said that, though, I am still enjoying the game. It continues to be incredible to look at what they've done with the environment and with ray tracing. I think this is still should be kind of considered a standard for what you can achieve when you kind of build an environment that can really take advantage of ray tracing, particularly reflections. So with that, I'll go ahead and shut up now, let you enjoy the rest of the gameplay. And with that, and I appreciate you guys for being here. Just please leave a like, subscribe, share, and I'll talk to you later.
本当は守ってくれてたのに。
見つけてくれたんですね。ありがとうございます。早速その気味悪い人形を燃やしてもらえませんか。
この人形に宿っていたのはあなたのお姉さんだよ。あなたを呪うための藁人形があって、彼女が身代わりになってあなたを守ってたんだ。
姉さんが じゃあ私が事故であったのは。
お前が守り神を手放したからだ。
まさかこの人形の中に姉さんがいたなんて。ずっと私を守ってくれていたのか。それを私は。姉さんすまない、許してくれ。
姉のおかげでお前ももう成仏できるはずだ。
彼女もあなたを救ったことで安心して成仏したよ。
本当にありがとうございました。
礼はあの世で姉に言うんだな。よし、上出来だ。
なんだ？
こりゃついてるな。
まあね。マジか。
まだいけるぞ。
まだどこかにいるはずだ。
力を使え。見えないものをあぶり出すんだ。
工事現場か。
何か感じる。調べるぞ。
鳥居があった。浄化する。離せ。
俺に貸せ。
ありがとう。
AY 来るぞ。
やるしかないか。
お、やるな。筋がいいぞ。いいぞ。
待った。危なかった。
さすがに冷や汗が出たよ。
これも強い力を感じる。
ここらの霧も晴れたはずだ。影エリアに向かうぞ。